Hello, Internet! Welcome to another Saturday and cameras being arranged. It's another Saturday with these two assholes.
Your favorite Richards are back at it again.
As
One more time.
as of about an hour ago, we had like literally nothing on our show notes, and we.
No, what? No, you did.
Oh, I had two things.
didn't.
I had two things, but we have a pretty decent show. Like it's pretty gonna be chock full. I think we're gonna be probably gonna be oh, Carl just said good morning, Richard.
Well, hello.
No, yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk
There you
about
go.
today. So you wanna do a thing?
Yeah, let's see which way. Okay, this way.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So, how you been? I haven't talked to you all week.
It's been an interesting week, and I don't really want to talk about it right now on the show because there's some interesting things going on in my life, and a lot of things might be changing really quick, really fast.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Alright.
We'll talk about it later. But
Yeah.
I changed a thing. You know how I used to accidentally push the intro button and it would play the intro occasionally in the show when I like fat finger it on my Stream Deck? I put it in a sub menu. So if I accidentally hit the intro button, it'll take me to a sub menu. Now I have to push the intro button separately.
Oh, that's actually that's a pretty good idea.
And I'm thinking about moving it from next to the button to the bottom corner so that I won't accidentally if I accidentally press it twice. So
There you go.
So
There you go.
to protect the stream from myself, I put in some some fun new things. You ready?
Yeah, we might as well roll it.
Okay.
Go.
Boom.
This is my second one.
Yeah, I love that new intro. I'm working on a Christmas one, which I think I will debut midway through November.
Okay.
So until then, we will probably just stick with after Halloween. I might use this one more time after Halloween and then go to... Actually, no, Halloween's the day after our stream, so I might just go to the regular for 2 or 3 streams and then hit the Christmas one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
excuse
sounds
me.
good. Because honestly, I'll be in the mood for Christmas, mid-November.
Yeah.
And shit like that. So,
I am working
Yeah,
on.
it's-
I'm working on like I found a. I think I found a present that spins in 3D or whatever that to replace the little globe in the corner. So we'll have like a present spinning instead of the globe.
oh, hell yeah. Because our show is a present.
Yeah, I know, right?
Our show is a gift to the world.
Okay,
You all should be lucky that we do this.
we'll do it
You
live.
fucks.
Oh man. Okay, let's move right along here. Let's get to the first thing.
Yeah.
I want to do something we haven't done in a while. Let's talk video games.
Hey.
Bing!
Nice.
Get some Mario in there. So over the weekend, I think it was last weekend or last week. Maybe it's been out for a week, maybe a week and a few days. But the new Far Cry 6 came out. I was streaming some Far Cry 5 on the Twitch channel, which linked in the description. And that game, Far Cry 5 was a lot of fun. But Far Cry 6 has this really interesting mini game function. And so what you do here, let's pull this up. What you do is you do like a Mortal Kombat style fight game with chickens. So it's a rooster. No, it's a rooster. It's a cockfight. It's you go through. You get to choose your rooster. You fight another rooster with it.
Toasting El Aguila.
And in this corner, one of the
Oh
most
my God.
competitive this arena has ever seen, with spurs the size of machetes.
I just
and
wanted to
white
warn you.
stars.
I don't lose.
Round one, fight!
So you control the cock.
Yeah, you control the rooster.
Oh my God.
And it's kind of like a Mortal Kombat or a Street Fighter style game. You
Yeah.
can just choose a specific chicken. And they have like
Wow.
you do like best of 3 rounds.
Holy moly!
Oh, this gets even better though, because PETA got involved.
Yeah, they got a little
And
upset
so here it is.
about imaginary cockfighting.
PETA Latino statement: cockfighting in Far Cry 6. Let's see, Norfolk, Virginia. Below, please find a statement from PETA Latino Senior Manager Alicia Agoya in response to the cockfighting minigame that reportedly appears in Far Cry 6 out today. So this was the 7th.
Reportedly.
Yeah. Turning a horrific blood sport like cockfighting into a Mortal Kombat style video game match in a Far Cry is a Far Cry, and they put it in italics because they use the name of the game, from real innovation. As today's society is strongly opposed to forcing animals to fight to the death. Roosters used in cockfights are fitted with blah blah blah. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. But are they also against like video games that are there's a VR game that's out where you get to pretend that you're a Roman gladiator, and those people fought to the death. Do they have a problem with that? No, they don't.
No, because they don't care about people.
Yeah, no. PETA doesn't care about fucking animals either.
No, they don't.
If you
Like really,
if you've seen Penn and Teller's bullshit, they do an entire episode about PETA, and they talk about how PETA kills more animals than they save in their shelters and whatnot. And then they
I love it.
they also talk about how they want to abolish like using animals in like scientific research or in medicine, even though the second in command of PETA uses insulin, which is derived from like horses.
Yep.
Don't get me started on hydroxychloroquine. I'm not talking about it. Fuck you, YouTube.
Or horse paste.
Yeah.
Horse paste.
The horse dewormer that we're not encouraging people to take, but it's not just a horse dewormer. It's used the World Health Organization uses it all the fucking time.
On lots of people. It's been used on billions of people for a lot of different ailments.
And I believe
now apparently now it's only fish paste, horse paste.
I believe our government officially gives fucking migrants from Mexico that specific drug.
Yes. And oh boy. You know, really quick, I think it's funny that we can sit here and say fuck YouTube, you suck, blah blah blah. But as soon as we mention the jab or horse dewormer by name, we get flagged
for medical misinformation. Hold on.
Yes.
But
we can sit here and say that YouTube sucks all day.
I'm gonna just 100% say it right now. Let's go, Brandon.
Oh yes.
Did you ever hear? Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah, of course I did.
What is it? Luke Randowski, who was on Tim Pool's podcast occasionally, has a T-shirt that says "Let's go, Brandon," but it looks like it has a shadow and it says "Fuck Joe Biden" underneath it.
Oh, that is beautiful.
I kind of want one.
That is beautiful. I kind of want one too. Actually, I really badly would like one.
I think it's called the best political shirts. I think is his URL. If Carl's watching, you can maybe correct me on that. I don't know if he knows his website, but let's see. I think his actual URL is We Are Change. I think is what he does. I don't know. I just don't want to get it wrong.
Carl says PETA euthanizes dogs and pigs.
No, I think he was talking about insulin with the pigs.
No, it says euthanize.
No, it says euthanize, and then we talked about horses being used for, because I think those came in within like 3 or 4 minutes of each other. They weren't at the same time, so I don't think that they're contextually the same statement.
But I mean, the idea still stands is that it's from these other animals.
Yeah, yeah.
And this fucker uses this shit to keep himself alive.
Her.
So,
Her. It's a woman.
oh yeah, that's right. It is.
Yeah, the I don't know if she's still the second in command, but at the time, Insulin is from
I
Pigs.
assumed it was a guy.
It's a
That's funny.
it's a place called People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. You think a guy would be in charge of that?
That's a good point.
There's my misogyny coming out.
I'm proud of you, Ike. That's great. You should let it come out more often.
Maybe.
The world would be a better place if more guys did that.
It's funny because when Summer watches watches the podcast, she judges how good the show was for how few times she rolls her eyes at things that are said.
In my opinion, it would be a better show if more eyes were rolled.
God damn it, Eric! I'm busy.
That's just me. That's just me.
My buddy that's in the apartment complex is knocking on my window because he wants me to hang out with him right now.
Oh, Eric.
I hope he's not fucking. Hold on. I have to actually make sure he's not going to go ring my doorbell.
Yeah. Yeah, do that.
Give me 40-ish minutes. Whatever. Don't care. Okay. God damn it.
We'll do it live.
Yeah, because he knows where I live and he knocks on my window to try to scare me when I'm like taking naps.
Oh. Hey, Summer's watching. Hi, Summer. Yeah, roll those eyes.
Carl,
roll those eyes.
Carl says I'm baiting.
Yeah, go away, baiting.
I just made Summer watch Idiocracy the other day.
Oh, she hasn't seen it?
She has now, but I made her watch it the other day.
Yeah, but before that,
yeah,
hadn't seen it, huh?
Well, there's a lot of movies she hasn't seen, and there's a bunch of shit that I'm forcing her to watch now.
Well, I mean, goddamn, it's a lot like today, huh?
Yeah.
It's right?
Exactly.
Kind of reflects today pretty well.
Well, I think
pretty darn well.
I think that the idea was they were trying to make fun of conservatives with the way that things are like moving, but we don't know the long-term effects of the vaccine yet, so that was not me. That was not me disparaging the vaccine, Susie Wojcicki, the YouTube. This was not me saying that there's something wrong with the vaccine. I'm just making a joke. Those exist in 2021, right?
At your own expense. Yeah, at threat of cancellation. But we still do it here because we don't care.
Also, maybe 8 people are going to watch this. So.
Yeah, it's all good.
I should stop making those kind of jokes because you never know. We might get like 20.
Maybe, yeah. Who knows?
Okay.
Speaking of, speaking of the coof, maybe we should go with your.
The Delta.
Yeah, let's go
with
with
Delta Airline one. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push the button.
Yep.
Okay, so this was really interesting. I was looking for stuff to talk about. And I went to Twitter, and Delta Airlines was trending on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
And it was trending for 2 different reasons, and it was really interesting. So this was from 2 days ago. Delta Airlines CEO ditches divisive COVID vaccine mandate, marks 90% employee vaccination rate. So this was really interesting. So his quote here, so it says, Delta Airlines is the only U.S. carrier to hold off on enforcing a coronavirus vaccine mandate for employees, and CEO Ed Bastian reported that it's been an effective tactic for vaccination rates and compliance. So compelling people to do something, telling them they have to, otherwise they're going to lose their job, doesn't work. Saying, hey, we're going to strongly suggest this, and maybe you should do it. We will 100% suggest you doing this. Apparently that works because you treat people like adults. They'll make adult decisions by themselves, and usually the right one.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm really lucky at the place that I work. There's been no push to get any, you know, vaccine or whatever. And but also where I work, it's under 100 people.
Hmm.
You know, it's a small company and we're growing a lot, but uh you know, even under Sleepy Uncle Joe's little mandate here, uh they get around that. So
Well, if you guys are hiring, let me know.
always always
Okay, we'll
are.
talk after. I'll get a link from you because I
Yeah,
am in the job market at the moment.
I know you are.
Okay,
So,
let's continue on this. So here's a quote. So some company has reached a 90% vaccination rate, and they expect to get 5 more% within a month, which is actually not bad. Excuse me.
that's a lot.
So
They're a big company.
yeah, the reason the mandate was put in by president, I believe, was because they wanted to make sure companies had a plan to get their employees vaccinated. A month before the president came out with the mandate, we had already announced our plan to get all of our people vaccinated, and the good news is the plan is working. So the interesting thing about the Joe Biden mandate, it's not legal. It's not in law yet. It hasn't. It was just an announcement. They announced that they were going to make the mandate, but it hasn't legally been put into practice. Like there hasn't been an executive order put out. The what is it? OSHA hasn't announced anything yet. It was just they came out and said they're going to put this mandate out, and it hasn't actually been put into practice yet.
Yeah. Well, and there's so much to get into about like, well, what if you've already had it and you have the antibodies for it? You know, there was that Israeli study that showed like if you've gotten it already and you have the antibodies, it's 6 to 13 times more
Mm-hmm.
effective than having the vaccine. And so it's like, well, what about those people? Should we just toss them aside? I mean, because and the poke, it only gives you, uh, you know, it wanes after
That's
like
why they
after you
have
get your little booster.
the
Yeah, you
boosters.
have to get the booster, and then it wanes after like what is it, 5 to 8 months or 6 to 8 months, something like that.
Well,
So it's like what
there. So
why do you kick the people out that have already had it and are way more immune? And even if you have the vaccine, you can still spread it. So what's the point of this? This doesn't make any sense.
no, it doesn't. It's like we need to follow the science, but we also need to follow the logic. There. So you were talking about some of these mandates and whatnot don't include people that have gotten the virus.
Hmm.
So I can't remember exactly what country it was, but it was either Italy or France. I can't remember which one it was, but I was watching a video the other day where somebody was talking about this, where they have the vaccine passport on phones or whatever. It includes vaccination, negative tests, and people who have had it have the antibodies.
Right.
And so
Right.
some of these vaccine passports do include for other countries. I mean, do include people who have caught the COVID and are included in the people that have and can work or whatever.
Nice. Well,
So
then we need to do that here.
yeah, I agree. I 100% agree because I'm pretty sure I had it like 2 weeks ago.
I'm pretty sure I had it like last year. So maybe that's not the Delta, but like I don't know. You know, it's
Well, even
and I am 99.5% sure that I would live through it.
well, yeah, you're not carrying the extra.
Right.
I am in that weird area where I'm not obese. I'm a little obese,
Yeah.
but I'm also like young enough and have a good enough immune system that I'm probably not going to die from it. It'll
No.
like my friend Eric has a friend that I've hung out with a few times. I actually gave him a few of our stickers at one point. Uh, he he likes the podcast. He's listened to it like 2 or 3 times, but on Eric's birthday, the guy that was knocking on my window, on Eric's birthday, he was COVID positive. He went and got a test, and he was still feeling sick. And we went out. We were out in the parking lot, and he was sitting in his car, and we were talking to him. And he's bigger than I am. And I think his name's Robbie, but he's a bigger guy than I am, and he hasn't died from it. He's probably not going to die from it.
Yeah.
So I want to read 2 more things off of this real quick, and then there's another article that plays into this as well, because this isn't as cool as we think it is. All right. By the time we're done, we'll be pretty close to fully vaccinated as a company without going through all the divisiveness of a mandate, he said. We're proving that you can work collaboratively with your people, trusting your people to make the right decisions, respecting their decisions, and not forcing them over the loss of their job. And then it says here, I can't give enough thanks to the Delta team providing a great product for our customers, and it's one of the reasons we were profitable this quarter. So this is interesting because I don't know if this has changed, because this article here from August, so it's not too long ago, maybe it's a little over a month, maybe a month and a half ago, Delta will charge unvaccinated employees $200 per month. So it's not necessarily $200 per month. So it's Delta Airlines will charge employees on the company health plan $200 a month if they fail to get vaccinated against COVID-19.
Jesus.
A policy the airline's top executive says is necessary because the average hospital stay for the virus costs the airlines $50,000.
What? Really?
So this is a thing. This is a thing that they have had in place. I don't know when it went into effect. I think it says here, the airline said Wednesday that it will stop extending pay protection, that's pay protection, to unvaccinated workers who contract COVID-19 on September 30th. It will require unvaccinated workers to be tested weekly beginning September 12th. Although Delta will cover the cost, they will have to wear masks in all indoor company settings.
Don't they have to already?
I think so. But here it is. The $200 monthly surcharge, which starts in November, may have the same effect, but that's for, it says Delta stopped short of matching United, because United started mandating all employees be vaccinated. So the $200 monthly surcharge for their health plan is probably going to get people to either quit or get fired.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so as of this article, it said 75%. This was a month and a half ago. 75% of their employees were vaccinated.
And now it's 90. Wow.
Well, but that also doesn't take into account how many employees have either quit because of the potential mandate, or how many of them have been fired because of certain things as well.
Exactly.
That's
a good point.
See. Oh, here's another interesting one. United and Delta already require new hires to be vaccinated. That's another way they're doing it. They're requiring all of their new hires to have the poke. They're not mandating their employees to get it, but they're requiring their new employees to have it.
Fuck that, dude. You know, and hey, good luck trying to hire more people, dude. It's you're gonna be backed up.
Yep. Oh,
and what is it? Southwest has been having to cancel a bunch of their flights and shit because there's just not enough people.
Yep.
That's working for them, and it's like, dude, you're digging your own fucking grave.
Exactly.
And they're probably gonna be fucking bailed out again, like they were in, early 2000s and shit. Fucking idiots. God damn it.
This story gets a little bit more interesting.
Okay.
Because recently, so this whole article is interesting, but I'm going to kind of summarize it. So there was a person that was on a podcast, and it's a a decently watched podcast. They were interviewing this woman, and she said that there was 3 whistleblowers from Delta that say that one of their pilots died mid-flight, less than a week after they got the second vaccine poke.
Damn.
And so I have to do this because this blue one here. Reuters has reached out to both the host of the show and the guest asking for any verifiable information about the alleged incident, such as the name of the pilot, as well as the flight number and location of emergency landing, but has not received a response. So I gotta do it. I think that might be the second time we've used that.
Hell yeah.
So let's see here. There's a quote. Okay, so she says a pilot died in flight within the last, I'd say, 10 days, according to 3 sources. The co-pilot told the flight attendant that the captain was speaking normally one moment, then said a few weird things, and then died. The flight had to make an emergency landing. We are now learning that this was an LAX-based captain. And they did land the plane safely. I'm not sure what they told the passengers on board. The co-pilot also shared with the flight attendant, who is one of the 3 whistleblowers, that the pilot who died had told the co-pilot that he had just several days prior completed his second shot in the series.
Damn.
And so this is from Delta. Delta is aware of reports suggesting one of their airline pilots passed away from vaccine complications while operating a flight, resulting in an emergency landing. All of these allegations are false, the airline said in an email statement.
Okay.
And so the FAA says no evidence such an event occurred.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was interesting because I did a little bit of research. I read a few articles about this. This was the best one. So like, there's no act. I actually even had watched part of the video that from that podcast this was from, which after the show I'm going to link that in the comments. We're not going to go through it because it doesn't fucking matter because we read all the important stuff. But I went through all of that and it doesn't seem like it's credible at the moment. I'm going to say at the moment it doesn't seem like it's credible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... I mean, if they can't find any evidence, and I mean, you should be able to find that information if there was an emergency landing somewhere. And
like I literally went through this like the hour, like 2 hours before we started, and if I had a little bit more time, I probably would have tried to look for flight numbers and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, moving right along. Unless you want to talk about that a little bit more, and I really don't think there's any more to talk about that.
Not really. No.
You want to move into this one?
Yeah, this one's kind of cool.
This is a very uplifting story.
Yes.
So I haven't read this yet, so this is on you.
So basically, this kid, he was 18 at the time, Boyan Slot, announced at age 18 that he had a plan to rid the world's oceans of plastic. So I'm sure some of us have heard of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It's a trash-filled vortex between Hawaii and California. It's the largest accumulation of ocean plastic in the world, encompassing more than 1.8 trillion pieces.
Damn.
According to the ocean cleanup's estimate. So, you know, there's tides and currents and stuff in the ocean, and between Hawaii and California, there's one that it kind of swirls into this one area, and it kind of stays there, and that's where the this big garbage patch hangs out. Yeah, if we could get a picture of it. Yeah, so there's part of it.
Hold on, let me get this opened up so we can...
Oh, it's not even that much bigger.
No, but there we go. So there's a picture of it.
you can see that it just keeps going and going and going. And
This is mostly like
you
plastic bags and like just that kind of plastics,
and
right?
and bottles and shit and yeah and just anything.
It's
Can you go back
stuff.
actually a little
It's
bit?
probably a lot of stuff like this.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Go back where?
Can you go back? It kind of showed like the ocean current and
Right
um,
here.
yeah.
Let's open that so we can show it. There we go.
So you can see there's like
So this is Hawaii right here.
3-ish. Yeah.
So the one they're talking about is the one that's right here between California and Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. The eastern, which is the biggest one.
Yeah.
And then you have one near kind of Japan, which is, hundreds of miles away.
It's It's interesting that they give them like two different, like their specific names,
Yeah.
which shows that it's actually that big of an issue.
Yeah, and then there's more shit in the subtropical convergence zone. So, yeah, there's probably, like, if you really think about it, it probably just swirls in between, all this garbage.
Well, yeah, it shows.
So anyway,
It shows on here the current, and so it's like going this way. So I'm assuming that's the direction of the current.
yeah, and then the bigger one between California and Hawaii there probably just the way it is, it just kind of pushes it, but then it starts to curve down, and so that'll get caught just kind of right there.
It looks like It looks like this one here, based on the drawing. Don't know. I'm not a scientist, and I'm also not an artist. Looks like this is like a little vortex right here. It just kind of just swirls around in one spot.
Right. So anyway, this kid developed this device. It's basically to just scoop it all up. So he's 20. He's now he's 27.
Damn.
And founder of Ocean Cleanup, a nonprofit that aims to remove 90%
Sorry about that. I was
of floating ocean plastic by 2040.
pulling up the video.
Yeah, so here you can see all the junk that they just oof. So it's not like a regular net. It's a specialized kind of thing that can also pick up like microscopic particles, because it starts to break down in the ocean.
Yeah.
And just look at it. There's like a whole
full-on laundry tub.
That's like a hamper.
Yeah.
That's like a hamper, and then you got like you got a literal garbage can right there, a plastic garbage can. You got other containers, and these are just floating out in the ocean.
Wow.
Just hanging out in the ocean. I just wonder how they even fucking got out there. That's crazy.
Well, I don't.
So,
wow.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
But this is only the first run. This is so it's a half-mile installation.
Jeez, wow, that's really cool. Here, I'm gonna pull this up.
Right.
It looks like the Quake logo.
Yeah. So again, it's not like just a regular net and they're just getting the big shit. They're getting all of it. They're getting the microscopic particles and stuff like that. So and the article just kind of talks about how it worked better than they thought it would and everything like that. And then they kind of get negative at the end where they talk about like, oh well, you need boats to do it, which that they use fuel and
they're like
blah blah blah.
They're like, boo capitalism.
Yeah, and how like more of the stuff is at the bottom of the ocean. It's like, okay, but this is a start. This is a good start of getting rid of crap that's literally just floating in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
From us being, fucking people that just throw shit in the ocean. Apparently, I don't know how it ends up in the ocean, but somehow it does. And so this is great. Like I think this is awesome. So much crap is being really pulled out of there.
The problem is it probably shouldn't have gotten to this point, but I don't think that there's any way to actually. There's no way to stop that because we don't have time machines. There's no way of knowing. and the 70s
Yeah.
and 80s were just kind of the Wild West of making shit.
Well, yeah, it is, and they talk about that in the article. It says the Jenny device, which is the net, doesn't prevent plastic from entering oceans to begin with. Researchers have estimated that about 11 million metric tons of plastic are dumped into the ocean each year. I'm just wondering how, where, why.
Beaches, the waterways. Like you go into Portland and you look at the river there in the middle of Portland.
That's true. There's a bunch of
You
shit
just
in
see
the
you just see
Willamette.
this kind of shit, and like
Yeah.
you get a boat that runs through there. The wake of that will move that garbage down the river with it. With how many boats that go down that river, you can easily get like one bag just going all the way out. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of these. There's a lot of these out there now.
Yeah. Yep.
Thanks, Jeff Bezos, you piece of shit. I don't have any animosity.
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
Okay,
But anyway, that was I wanted to throw a more uplifting, positive thing
awesome.
into the stream. So
Can we move on to your next topic? Because
Yep.
I'm gonna do a thing that I don't normally do.
Oh.
I really have to pee, and I know it's very unprofessional, and I don't think I'm gonna make it for the rest of the show. So
It's all good.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run and do that. I'm going to put this up like that, and you can talk about this article. I'll come back and we'll figure it
Yeah.
out. All right, I'll be right back.
Yep. So this was about a lovely lady who was raped on the train in Philly, broad daylight, and bystanders did nothing. So basically, my thought is, well, part of it is me too, bitch. You know, you're a strong and independent woman, so you should be able to take care of yourself. Men and women are the same. There's no biological difference. So you should have been able to fight this guy off all by yourself. You know, and the thing is too, it's like if someone had intervened, they could have been injured or maybe even killed. And even if this woman thought, like there was a perception that whoever was trying to help her was like trying to get in on the action, uh just the accusation from this woman could have ruined that person's life. So if you really break it down and think about it, there's no reason for a bystander to get involved. You know, none of these people knew who this woman was. They don't know her. And they don't know the guy. He could have had a weapon, and they don't know. That's the thing. You don't know these situations. And so the idea that no one helped her is just not surprising to me with the way the world is today. And she says that in the article, like, oh, it says a lot about society. Well, this is the society you wanted, ladies. You know, like, this is what happens when you say there's no biological difference between men and women and you're strong and independent, and then no one helps you. Hey, you said you can take care of yourself. You know, and there could be legal repercussions for them getting involved. So of course they're not going to, or they could lose their life. So of course they're not going to get involved. Fuck out of here with that shit. Damn.
Sorry, I had to, like, I wasn't gonna make it, but I don't know what you just were talking about. Can you like give me just a quick rundown, just like a TLDR?
So this woman got raped on this Philly train, and no one helped her. This was like during the day, apparently.
People just stood around and watched.
I don't know about watched, but they didn't intervene. and her and the police are like, "Oh, why didn't someone intervene?" Blah blah blah, and it's like, well, because they could have been injured, they could have been killed, because people have been killed by trying to save people, and also nowadays it's like, if that woman thought that whoever was trying to help her, which would most likely try and who would be trying to help her is a guy. If she even has an inkling that, oh, maybe he was trying to get in on the rape action, just the accusation would ruin that guy's life. And he was trying to help.
Just several years ago on the Max, the light rail here in Portland, there was that guy that was harassing two women in hijabs, and two guys intervened, and one of them lost their life because he got stabbed in the neck.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
that's exactly it. That's exactly it. No. So, and then I was also talking about Me Too. It's like, hey, you're a strong and independent woman. You should be able to defend yourself.
well, apparently,
I have no qualms with no one getting involved.
So
Fuck
this reminds me of something that Lars Larson used to talk about. The one
What's
way there's one way that you can curb violence against women. The government issues every woman in America a pink handgun. You don't have to keep it. You don't have to keep it. But just the thought that the person that you're going to go up to potentially has one of those will prevent a good number of assaults, sexual assaults, and just like robberies in general against women, or just violence against women.
Yep. I think that was on Bullshit, actually. Penn and Teller. That's where I remember it from.
I think they might have had Lars on for that episode, because that is the episode that he was on, because
Oh, nice.
they talked about Lars. They had him on the show, and he always wears his sidearm in the studio.
Yeah. That's awesome. Carl just said, police are not required to intervene in ongoing violent crimes. Yeah, no. And so regular citizens, they're not required to intervene either. There should be no expectation.
What's the so a lot of states, I know Washington has this, I think Oregon has it. There is a law called mutual combat. If I say, "Hey, let's fight about this," and then you and I go about it, and then
as long as there's no weapons.
Yeah, if
it's a fist fight.
Yeah, if you kill me in that fight, you are not legally liable because we both agreed to doing that fight.
And the cops just have to all right.
Between them. There was a video I watched. There was a video I watched with Phoenix Jones. He was the vigilante that was in Seattle. That is a really interesting case. There's a documentary on YouTube about him that's really good. I'll see if I can find it and I'll link it down below. But there was one point where where there was this guy that was just doing shitty things and just being an asshole to everybody. And Phoenix Jones is like, "Let's fight." And the guy's like, "Okay." And the cops were there. And they're like, and Phoenix is like, "Mutual combat." And the cops are like, "Okay." And they let him fist fight.
Okay. That's fantastic. Hey, can you go back to the article really quick and then go all the way down? And right there, the first sentence.
Court documents don't list a defense attorney, and a listed number for Neo could not be found Saturday. Is that the girl?
No, that's the guy. Can we get a couldn't be reached for comment?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Oh man, that's great. I love that button.
I know. Great.
Oh, okay. What do we got here?
Well, I mean, we got more, but what else you want to do? This is kind of a longer video, but make some good points.
We've got about a 3-minute video that's kind of something a little bit different.
Ooh, yeah.
So, about 3 hours ago, the Batman trailer dropped. I've already seen it, but I wanted to have Scott watch it. And
I have not seen this.
yeah,
yes.
he has not seen it. And I'm going to do this differently because I'm going to mute the video audio, and just so we can get around copyright issues. If you want to watch it, I will put a link in the description and possibly even put
Right.
one of those cards up in the corner so you can get to it. But I'm going to go ahead and play this, and we'll see what happens. So it's going to be quiet for a minute. People that are listening on audio.
Oh. Ow. Okay.
That
The
is
Riddler.
the Riddler's deal. Okay. I'm not a big fan of Batfleck, though. Okay. This is pretty good here.
What did he say?
I think he said, "What have you done?"
Oh. Earth. Oh, it's Catwoman.
Is that Selena Kyle? Ah, there's Gollum. Andy Serkis. The action looks really good.
Weed hat. Yeah, it does.
Okay, some gun battles. On vengeance. Okay.
Ooh. That Batmobile was kind of between the first one and yeah.
Andy Serkis. No, you didn't.
That Batmobile is like, it reminds me of the original Batman.
From like
The
Tim
60s.
Burton. Oh,
No.
you're talking
Like the
Adam
comic
West.
book
Adam West
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah. The very first Batmobile. But plus mixed with the Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not really following the DC movie. I watched what is it? The Justice League when it was in theater. And
Yeah.
that was the Joss Whedon version. But
Right.
they have the Snyder cut. The Snyder cut's like almost 4 hours long, and that's on HBO Max. I started watching that, and it's too long for me to fucking just sit down and watch because I've already seen it, but apparently it's better. But Ben Affleck as Batman, I wasn't really, I couldn't really get around that. Like, I don't know. But that trailer made that movie look like something I might want to watch.
yeah. Yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad. Especially if like Catwoman and the Riddler.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
It had like a very what's the guy that made Batman gritty? Frank something.
Yeah,
Frank
I don't
Miller. I
remember.
think it's Frank Miller. No, it's not Frank Miller. It was what's the name of the guy that does Family Guy? That's shit. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Okay. Since we're talking about movies, I want to talk about this really quick.
Oh boy.
So
Yeah, boy.
the other day I started watching the Anthony Fauci documentary. Oh man. So it's got a 2% audience score with a 92% tomato meter which is from the fucking the critics. The problem I have with this movie is if you look up the definition of propaganda in the dictionary, you get a picture of this fucking movie.
Yeah, this is it.
This is the kind of propaganda that North Korea would put out for one of their doctors that's quote unquote science, follow the science.
Oh yeah. This is
The thing about this movie is they have detractors. They have people that talk ill of Fauci. The only problem is they're in news clips. They show Fox News, they show Trump, they demonize all of the right-wing conservative people that are like talking ill of Fauci, and everybody that they fucking interview is all praise, and that's it. They don't talk to anybody. This documentary is so one-sided. They didn't interview anybody that was anti-Fauci or anti like whatever he was doing, and everything was just roses and pink rainbows.
That's dude. See, yeah, that's ridiculous. That's dumb.
Yes.
That's not a real documentary.
No.
You know, a real documentary would get any and all sides.
This,
like for real,
like I said, was a propaganda piece.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even finish watching it. I probably should have, but I didn't.
Well, and that's, you know, it's probably why it's a 92 to 2%.
Yes.
You know, God.
I think there's, let's see.
Come on, Rotten Tomatoes. We know what you fucking sucking the teat of everything. Oh my God. Yeah, let's look that.
Let's see here. Ghostbusters 2016 has a better audience score than the Fauci documentary.
Yeah.
And that's based on 100,000 ratings. The Fauci one's only based on 200.
Ooh, really?
Actually, let's go back.
Ooh.
Let's go back here. Get out of my way. No,
right
500 plus. 500 plus.
That's still really bad.
Ghostbusters is 100,000.
Yeah. That's
but the interesting thing is at least the critics got it close. This one's at least closer.
Yeah.
To reality.
Right.
Like like the Ghostbusters 2016 was a shitty movie. The acting was terrible. The comedy was terrible. I was at least mildly entertained because the actresses they had in that movie are some of the best comedic actresses or comedic actors just in general that are working today.
And look, like Kristen Wiig,
yeah.
Yeah, like I haven't seen her in this movie, so I don't know, but outside of this movie, I mean, really all of them are pretty funny outside of the movie.
Yeah.
You know, like they're not bad. They're what is it? Melissa McCarthy? I think she's funny as fuck.
Kate McKinnon was the best one in that film.
Kate McKinnon is funny as hell, dude.
Yeah.
She is talented.
When she goes on to SNL and is Dr. Fauci, that's actually really funny.
Did you see her as what was his name? Shit. God damn it, what's his name? Jeff Sessions.
Oh God.
He did Jeff Sessions.
Do I have to pull that up now?
What's that?
Do I have to pull that up?
Maybe.
Here, let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, do Sean Spicer SNL, but okay, Kate McKinnon, yeah, just do Kate McKinnon, McKinnon,
and then Joe Manchin, or is she Sean Spicer in
just
that?
do Jeff Sessions, yeah.
Come on. Jeff Sessions.
There you go.
We
Jeff
go.
Sessions.
Oh God. We can't.
Isn't that great? She's got the accent that he has like perfectly.
That's great.
It's so awesome.
Okay. We've got a little bit of time, I feel. Do you want to do the breaking point video real quick?
Eh,
Okay.
nah,
What about this one?
nah.
Nah. Okay.
Fuck it.
We'll save them for another time.
I say we call it.
Okay. We are at 50 minutes. I got
56.
Oh, you're right. 57 now.
Boom.
Okay. Thank you, everybody that is watching live. All 2 of you.
What? Summer, we got another eye roll. What the fuck, Summer?
There's at least 2. Her and I have this back and forth about Ghostbusters 2016. It's not a real Ghostbusters movie.
No, it's not. Fuck out of here, Summer.
The video game is more canon than 2016 because 2016 just erases all canon. And then they made fun of the fan base.
It's a reboot.
It is. It's a reboot, and they were planning on making more, but the way they made the movie was just a fucking shit show. Because in the original movie, it's like in a Young Frankenstein. The reason that movie was funny is because these people believed the world they lived in. They weren't making the jokes. The jokes were the situations that they were in. Right. Ghostbusters is the exact same. Those people weren't telling jokes. They were just people that lived in the world that just happened to be in funny situations.
And it was what's that term? Lightning in a bottle?
Yes.
Kind of thing. It really was. They didn't expect it to do that well.
Yep.
And to get the cult following that it did.
The original Ghostbusters, the special effects were done in like less than a year. Mm-hmm. And like they rushed that shit, and they did.
And it looked so good.
Well, it looks good if you watch it in the mindset of I'm watching a movie. If you're watching the movie to watch the special effects, they are trash, but they look good for the time.
To me, they look good because they're practical.
Yeah, that is also true.
Right, because they look real. Because they have like a weight to them. They have a real presence, if that makes sense.
The matte paintings they made of Dana Barrett's apartment at the top of the
it looks good.
It's really good.
Yeah. So about the new movie, I'm cautious but optimistic.
No, there was a screening last week. And I actually had to turn off my updates from Twitter because Ivan Reitman's son, who directed the film, was retweeting so much praise from the movie. Like,
awesome.
He was retweeting like every like 2 minutes there was like 3 or I'd get like it was like 2 a.m. like bing 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 because I have updates from him. I'm like, nope, turning this off right now.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, there's people that are saying there's websites that I don't necessarily trust on their opinion. They're saying there's too much fan service. I'm okay with that. The entire movie should be fucking fan service.
Yeah, it's fine.
Tell them to fuck off.
I'm okay.
And they did Girl Ghostbusters the correct way. The strongest character, and from what I've seen and from what I've read in these reviews of the movie, the strongest character is Phoebe, the youngest daughter, the granddaughter of Egon Spangler.
Yep, Egon's granddaughter. Yep. That's
so
great.
she's a strong character, but has actual character traits and isn't just a Mary Sue like fucking Rey from Star Wars.
Oh, good. Good. See, no, I'll like that.
Because she,
if she's not a Mary Sue, then fuck
well,
yeah, dude.
This girl is smart in her own right from the beginning. So we learn that she's good she's a nerd at school. People make fun of her because she's the brainiac. And so they give her some backstory to kind of build up the fact that she actually is smart and knows what she's doing. Rey had never seen a lightsaber before in her life, but knows how to use it. Rey had never heard about the Force in her life, but knows how to use it. Fuck that.
Exactly.
And apparently the new ghost that's the Slimer equivalent, Muncher, is fucking awesome, is what I heard.
Muncher. Interesting. Okay.
He's like kind of
Slimer and Muncher.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh.
Summer said it was entertaining.
She's talking. She's talking
that's
about
great.
Ghostbusters 2016.
If I know, but if you liked it and you had fun, good. That was the point of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what they wanted to do. So if you liked it, cool. I'm not going to knock you for it. It just wasn't funny to me.
I did not. Like I said earlier, I enjoyed watching it. It just wasn't that great of a movie because of the way they made it, and then also the advertising they did for it was fucking stupid.
Yeah. Carl, Wesley Crusher was not that bad. If you really break it down and look at the character, he's insufferable in like the first season.
Well,
okay, I get it.
But
everybody was insufferable in the first season.
Yeah.
Wesley Crusher's fine.
I'm also gonna say Will Wheaton, the guy that portrayed Wesley Crusher, has gotten super insufferable, especially on Twitter within the last like 6 years.
Oh, I'm sure. He's a leftist.
He used to be this guy that was like pushing the envelope, wearing dick capes and shit, and now he's afraid about hurting people's feelings.
Yeah, that's leftism for you.
Like,
so
I used to play Cards Against Humanity with like a bunch of like enforcers from PAX and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so they would play all of these cards and like be offensive.
No,
towards,
they won't do it.
No, hold on. Let me finish. Be offensive towards Christians and conservatives.
Yeah.
And I would play things that would make fun of like Barack Obama, and then these people would be like, "That's a little racist." And I'm sitting here thinking, I even said this to them. I'm like, you just literally made fun of fucking like a Republican, and saying that he got his ass eaten out or something like that. And I say something that just goes against Obama, and you call it racist. Like, this game is supposed to be offensive. Is it okay? Is it only okay to offend one demographic and not all demographics? What's the What's the saying? If one thing is off limits, then everything is off limits.
Yeah.
That's how this should fucking work. If you're gonna play a game that's going to offend people, don't get mad when you get fucking offended.
I know. Well, these fuckers are offended at every little thing, and that's why we're better than them, Mike.
They got rid of,
and that's why this podcast is the best.
Max Temkin got rid of the passable transvestite card because it was offensive to a specific demographic.
Boo-hoo.
They also got rid of they also got rid of chunks of dead prostitute card because it was offensive towards sex workers.
Oh,
I think they changed it to
and then Carl said, "I cannot wait until cards is unacceptable." Yeah, it will be soon.
Eventually, they're going to get canceled. Max Temkin was accused of rape a couple years ago, like maybe 6 years ago, and so he got me too'd.
Oh, how does it feel, Max?
Yeah, you fed into this fucking ideal. You reap the benefits, you fucking rapist.
Hey-oh.
I'm sorry. You fucking alleged rapist.
Just for fun, let's do a biggest piece of shit award, maybe.
Oh yeah, Max Temkin gets the biggest piece of shit award. And I changed the yay.
Yay! Good. Hey, good reason to do it even more. Hey, thank you. All right. Well, that's a new one. I haven't heard that one.
I did that for you last week.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, whatever.
I was also very drunk. Yes, Greta, I was very drunk.
Okay.
How dare me?
We've trailed on for like an extra 6 minutes about Ghostbusters.
Who cares? It's our podcast.
I know, right?
We do whatever we want, and you're gonna take it. You're gonna fucking take it. And you're gonna love it.
Okay. Well,
sorry, that's my BDSM side coming out.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your.
And don't forget to twirl your tweety.
Be sure to share with your friends. And again, if we get something factually incorrect, I'm going to repeat that. Make sure to let us know in the comments down below. You can send me an email seriouslycast@gmail.com. You can tweet at us. I might not see it. Send us a direct message here on YouTube as well. But just stay wonderful to each other. Don't be assholes. And just be nice. We don't have to be dicks.
Unless you ask for it.
Unless you want some between consenting adults.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, go ahead and make sure you smash that like button. It takes less than a second to do.
Yes, definitely.
We already got 4 likes on this episode,
4.
so appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Rock.
Thank you so much. And we'll see you all next time, right?
Peace.
Yeah. Take care.